Hello. So this is the second part of the video. I left out on the segments of the customers. I just explained this part, and now we're going with a graph that it has two parts. The first part is about the revenue, and the other part is about the resources. So when the customer is time demanding and low spender, we do want to get rid of that. So that quadrant, we have to learn how to classify our consumers. So if somebody's in this quadrant, we will try to just get rid of it by not delivering the product or service they want, telling them, no, we do not do this, or increasing prices. There are different ways that we will talk about this later on when we are building strategies. The other quadrant is when somebody is time demanding, but they are high spenders. These customers, we do want them around our business. However, we need a great customer service to keep them in our business. There are also, and what happens? The two persons in this first segment that they demand high resources, these two people are normally the ones we pay more attention to because they make some noise. They they are happy and they communicate it in their social media, or they're mad and they communicate it in their social media. However, there are other kind of customers that they are easy and quiet. So there are people that are easy and quiet, but they're low spenders. We do not require a big amount of effort to keep them around. So we do want them in our business. We have some customers that are easy and quiet, but they are high spenders. We should pay special attention to them because when they get mad or they do not like something, they will just not say anything and stop buying. And you will do if you do not have this kind of trust and communication with this specific specific quadrant customers, then you will end up losing them and handing them to the competitors. If you don't have a competitive advantage, don't compete. So it's about creating a competitive advantage. We already saw the 3 C's about the industry. We already searched about the pestle analysis. So what is coming is to create, after these 2 points, create our competitive advantage. So there are 2 kinds of competitive advantage. You have the cost advantage or the differentiation advantage. It's going to depend a lot of your research and capabilities inside your company. You will figure out by analysis what are the distinctive competences that we could offer to the market. And then with this comparison, we will figure out if we are going to be cost advantage. An example of cost advantage will be maybe La Oca Loca or this kind of stores, or differentiation advantage. Like, for example, Rolex. They do have both of them. If you compare Oca Loca and Rolex, they have completely different marketing plans because they target people completely different segment markets here in Panama. So overall, your competitive advantage should create value to the customer. The drivers of cost advantage, we have the economies of scale, more production, you can make things cheaper. Economies of learning, increase individual skills, improve organizational routines, production techniques, product design, input costs, capacity utilization, residual efficiency. All this overall is to try to make as good as you can at a lower price, because if your cost is going to be high, you cannot charge low for your product. You have to get a margin of income there. So it is important you take this quadrant here in consideration if your decision at the end is to be cost advantage. It's gonna depend a lot about the kind of customers we're choosing, about the kind of products we're offering, and this is another quadrant for competitive advantage, but this is more over the differentiation. So Honda, the name of the business, what's your best at? Is best at developing precision engines and powertrains. Great. Why? Because its products are the leaders in reliability and technological advancement. Bikram Yoga is best at producing the yoga experience and practice. Why? Because it's packaged for franchise. Google, what's your best at? It's best at optimizing searches for any type of information. Why? Because it continues to innovate and push technology past what was thought possible. So, if you take a hard look at it, I see something very, very powerful here. I see kind of like the mission and vision we were talking a couple of videos ago. So after you create your competitive advantage and after you do your analysis in the industry and the pestle and all this, then we go on and we create the mission and vision. That's why the exercise of mission and vision in classroom, we were talking about the points, some stuff that should be in the mission and vision. So remember, we have an individual assignment. I'm going to put 2 forums. One is going to be open the whole semester. And what we're going to do there is that we're going to post any ideas that come up to our minds while we are at home or when we are doing a homework or whenever it comes up that you think that could help one of the companies in the classroom. Because sometimes we just learn the information, we incubate the idea, and then we think, oh, I should set this in class. This will probably help this company that they were looking for this solution. So because now we're going to start creating strategies and creating this kind of things, this is going to be helpful for all the groups. Thank you. And the second forum is going to be an easy peasy homework for the individual grade for this chapter. Okay, have a nice week. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please contact me. You already have my information. Bye.